The search for hidden planets in the solar system has a long history. By 1900, humans had discovered 8 planets in the solar system. But in 1902, American astronomer Lowell has proposed the existence of a 9th planet. Just during this time, he studies Mars and tries to prove that there is intelligent life there. Because at that time, many astronomers thought that there was life on Mars. Lowell wrote about the solar system and the planets as they were known at the time. It was this research that led him to believe in the existence of a 9th planet. Because he discovered the orbits of other planets, the relationship between meteor showers and comets is anomalous. In fact, there seems to be something affecting the orbits of Uranus and Neptune. In 1905, he began searching for this planet, but never found. Nobel died in 1916, but another American astronomer has finally found the mysterious 9th planet. February 18, 1930. This stairway was discovered by American astronomer Tom Tombaugh and named it Pluto. Yes, Pluto was once called the F star. Astronomers have discovered some strange phenomena in the solar system. However, searching for planets at the edge of the solar system is not as easy as you think. It's very difficult even with our current technology. In fact, there may be more than one planet out there waiting to be discovered. Which brings us to the situation. Some astronomers think we haven't discovered another planet 9 yet. But it's not just another dwarf star like Pluto. He could be much older. The reason astronomers believe there is an undiscovered letter is because of the so-called payload mechanism. Study load mechanism is a dynamic effect in listening mechanics. Describes the evolution of the orbits of 2 celestial bodies. Usually it's a hierarchical 3-body system. A celestial body is surrounded by a second celestial body, and these 2 celestial bodies are surrounded by a third celestial body. This effect was first described by Japanese astronomer Kokusai in 1962. In a hierarchical 3-body system, the orbital inclination and eccentricity of inner celestial bodies oscillate periodically under the Kokusai mechanism. Specifically, as the eccentricity of inner celestial bodies increases, its inclination decreases, and vice versa. This periodic alternation between eccentricity and light angle is the result of the conservation of angular holes and the total energy of the system. The Kokusai mechanism is particularly important in the study of extraterrestrial objects beyond Neptune. Extra-Neptunian objects are tiny stars in the outer reaches of the solar system beyond the orbit of Neptune. Or dwarf star. Extraterrestrial objects often exist in hierarchical 3-body systems, such as Neptune or other large planets. Giant distant celestial bodies coexist. These massive objects can cause a payload effect in the orbits of objects beyond Neptune. For extraterrestrial objects, the payload mechanism has an important influence on its orbital dynamics. For example, the payload effect can cause the orbits of extraterrestrial objects to become highly tilted and eccentric over long time scales. This could lead to orbital instability, close encounters with other planets or the Sun, even thrown out of the solar system. Studying the Kokusai mechanism in extra-Neptune objects is crucial to understanding the formation and evolution of the solar system. It also helps predict the long-term orbital behavior of these distant celestial bodies. By studying the impact of the Kokusai mechanism, astronomers can gain insight into the dynamic processes that shape the structure of the outer solar system and the orbital characteristics of objects beyond Neptune. Year 2010. Two Caltech astronomers have used the scientific payload mechanism to provide potential evidence for Planet 9. They found some differences in the orbital behavior of dwarf stars and trans-Neptunian objects. Examples of objects beyond Neptune include Pluto, Carinaris and Sedna. And here's the interesting thing. Discovered some extra Neptune objects orbiting in groups. It's very unusual, unless something bigger is affecting them. The region where these extra Neptunian objects are located is called the Kibo Belt. Its origin remains a great mystery in astronomy. This region of the solar system is extremely dark, barely reflects the sun's light. According to the model, astronomers believe that Planet 9 is at least 20 times farther from the Sun than Neptune. The average distance between Neptune and the Sun is about 450 billion kilometers. It's so far away. Incredible. It takes Neptune about 165 Earth years to illuminate the Sun. If Planet 9 is at that distance, astronomers think it will take him 10,000 to 20,000. Combine these factors, you'll see why locating him is so difficult. In 2014, scientists calculated that if Planet 9 does exist, its mass must be between 2 and 15 times that of the Earth. And its orbit is between 2 and 25 billion kilometers from the 3750 billion. An astronomical unit and the distance between the Earth and the Sun is 150 million kilometers. In other words, if he exists very, very far away from us. So what's our search situation now? Maybe there's another place. Where might this mysterious phantom star be hiding? Astronomers are using the Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System. The system continues to cover all areas of the sky where the star is likely to be present in the forecast. There's another telescope. If Planet 9 existed, he can be found almost immediately. Villa C. Rubin Observatory, formerly known as the Dashiya Sky-Seeking Telescope. Currently under construction, he plans to put it into use in January 2025. Each one is about 100 kilometers in diameter. The minister said that these moons became hot due to the tidal heating of Planet 9. This would raise the temperature of these celestial bodies to about minus 173 degrees Celsius. That doesn't sound warm at all. But the average temperature in the first wave zone is minus 223 degrees Celsius. Particles from a blazing moon are volcanically active wooden sweaters. It orbits Jupiter. This moon and its fiery, fluffy core are the result of intense ultrafine heating between it and Jupiter. So if Planet 9 has moons and they do get this hot, they may emit a faint radio signal. The newly commissioned Lubin telescope can capture. That is to say, the search for the ninth market continues. Remember when we said there could be two planets? Astronomers have been searching for the cold and mysterious Oort cloud. It is located at the end of the solar system. This vast collection of icy celestial bodies, extending between hundreds of billions and trillions of kilometers from the Sun, it may be hiding an alien planet. So how did they arrive at this conclusion? An international team of researchers has simulated the mechanics of instability in the early solar system, discovered that there is a fire, and multiple planet-sized objects may be settled in the Oort cloud. This is how it could happen to him. About 450 billion years ago, when the solar system first formed, it's chaos. The rapidly cooling circular star cloud threw debris in all directions. from large rocks to planet-sized fragments. The pieces are thrown round enough from the attractive force of the sun, and here's the interesting thing. Astronomers have observed wandering planets in other distant solar systems. Although they admit that the likelihood of one of these rogue planets forming in the early solar system is rather small. But it's still possible. It's not just one or two planets. They are likely to be floating in the cold, icy darkness of the Oort cloud. However, they also believe that it is more likely that another solar cluster of Neptune-like planets captured by the sun's attractive forces and settle down somewhere in the Oort cloud. They put the probability at about 7%. If so, then another Planet 9 is likely to exist. Even if there is, he's too far away, unable to affect the orbit of Neptune, still hard to detect. Maybe Planet 9 or this theoretical alien planet doesn't exist at all. It could be something completely different. In fact, at least a few physicists believe that the ninth market is not a planet at all. It's a primordial black hole. Therefore, physicist Stephen Hawking believes that these black holes are remnants of the Big Bang. They range in size from atoms to 100,000 times larger than the Sun. These physicists think this black hole is the size of a bowling ball. That could explain the attractive forces and orbital anomalies. It also explains why the telescope never detected anything. All we have at the moment are computer models and theories. There is no physical evidence yet, but remember this: found the dwarf planet and was confused for a long time, and nobody thought he existed.